Jelly Bean, my little naughty boy. We are back here at Hecate's Needle with Flosstube number 35. It is currently, what are you doing? It is currently September 5th, Thursday. And honestly, I don't have a whole lot of progress this time. I do have a little bit of progress. I have a new start. I have a finish, and I have 5 fully finished objects. Yes, I do. But all of that isn't going to take long, so I figured today would be a good day to also do my chart parade and show all of the charts that I have currently waiting for me to stitch, because face it, I'm gonna have to live to be 200 to get them all stitched. I'm sure of it. Are you playing with your sack? You want it in your bag? Well, no, Mama. Now that you touched it, I don't want in my bag. He has a paper bag on the floor that he has been napping in, actually. And now that I've touched it, well, I don't want in it anymore. Because Jelly Beans, he's my naughty little bean. But he's adorable, and I adore him. And he knows it, so he plays me. But anyway, let's start off with an introduction. I'm Sherry. You saw Jelly Bean. We are also joined by the lovely Artemis, as usual. She's flopped out in the middle of the floor. She has a dog bed next to the window, but she'd rather flop out in the middle of the floor. But, you know, I suppose the cat's probably trained her by this point. Really? Really? That boy. He's currently hanging from a tote bag that is hanging from the doorknob. You can see right there. Yeah. And he's biting it, because of course he is. But anyway, I'm Sherry. This is my tiny little corner of the internet, Hecate's Needle, where we discuss mostly cross stitch, but a little bit of gardening, a little bit of sewing, whatever crafty things I get up to, a whole lot of kitten chaos. It's my life. I have 4 cats. I got nothing. But anyway, I wanted to start by saying thank you. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I believe I might be up to 235, which is about 234 more than I expected. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Honestly, every day I am just floored, absolutely floored by the fact that anybody cares what I'm doing. So thank you. And to all of those who maybe are watching but haven't subscribed, that's okay. It's okay. Welcome to you too. So anyway, let's get started with cross stitch. Cross stitch. As I said, I haven't had a whole lot of progress on a whole lot of whips. Well, I've had a whole lot of progress, just not on a whole lot of projects. So let's start with some finishes. And these are fully finished items. Now the first one I want to show you is the project I just finished. And it is the Herbalist Cell. This was a stitch along by World on a String by Dara. I have finished it. I have framed it. It is ready to be hung next to my herb cabinet. Now, this was stitched on a 14 count Aida in the color Seafoam Green. I like how it turned out on the green. But I finished this last week and framed it this weekend. And I did the framing. I didn't have this professionally framed. The next one, next fully finished object I have. Now this is one that I actually finished stitching also not long ago. And I'm so sorry about the glare. Yeah, there's just no way around it. But this is the Femurs and Fungi Stitch Along by Fine Frog Stitching. I finished stitching this about a month ago and I've framed it. This is another one that I framed myself. Oh, you can see there's Artemis by the window. But anyway, this one was stitched on a 16 count. I've forgotten the name of the color, but it's a 16 count Aida. And it was the called for fabric for the stitch along. And then the third item. Now this is a project I stitched quite a while ago. Maybe 1 to 2 years, something like that. But it is a project from the Creepy Cross Stitch book by Lindsay Swearingen, and it is this Halloween one. I framed this one. I love it. It turned out really cute, and the black frame goes well with it. I have also begun fully finishing the ornaments that I have stitched thus far. As I said, my goal for this year was to get a Halloween and a Christmas ornament stitched every month. I have been working on it, although I've slacked off lately because of all the stitch alongs, but I will get back to it. But I have begun fully finishing them into ornaments. Now, I've gotten 2 of them done. And I have another one in progress. But the problem is somehow I've lost a hot glue gun. The last time I saw my hot glue gun, I lent it to my husband. I know, that was my mistake. I'm aware. Never seen it again since. Now, don't get me wrong, it was just a small little cheapo from the dollar store hot glue gun, so it was no big loss, but I kind of need it. So I have ordered a new one, a better one, and I'm waiting for it to come in. Once it comes in, I can finish fully finishing the ornaments that I've stitched so far. But the first one I did was just a simple little round ornament. It is backed with orange felt, has an orange ribbon, and it's just this little pumpkin, which I think he's cute. And I didn't do anything fancy with this one. This is self-adhesive felt. You can get it on Amazon. It's not expensive. And it comes in a box with all these assorted colors. The next one I did was this little Christmas ornament. Now, this is just a normal 3-inch hoop. It's just a bamboo hoop. I painted it with red paint, put in the stitching. I have backed it with felt to give it a neater appearance, and I've just put this cord on there to hang it. Again, just a simple finish, nothing fancy, because I can't find my glue gun. Now, some of the ornaments will be simple like that. Some of them will be a little fancier. We'll see. I have tropical green tea today. Okay, those are my fully finished objects. I am trying to get more of my stitching fully finished. And Hobby Lobby had their frames on sale half price this past weekend, so that's why I managed to get 3 of them framed. I have another one that is being professionally framed, but it won't be ready until about mid-September, so that is upcoming. And it is also another older stitch that I did. But anyway, it's coming. I'll show it to you once I get it. It is being professionally done. The problem with it is that I stitched it on a scrap, so it just had a narrow little 1-inch border on it. And so, and it's a smaller one. And my husband he said, you know what, let's just get it professionally done instead of giving ourselves a headache trying to frame it ourselves. So, and it didn't cost much because it's a smaller piece. So it was less than $100 to frame it. So he just wanted to get it framed because he actually loves the piece. So I said, okay. Now, we're back with the sack. The next thing I have is a new start. I had mentioned that I was going to be doing the Study of Skulls Stitch Along by the Stitch Crypt. And I mentioned if the pieces are manageable and they're not outrageous, then I would go ahead and try and keep up with it. And the first piece was released, and it was totally doable. Now, it took me 3 days to do it, but there's a reason for that. Let me explain. The first day I started stitching on it was on Monday. I don't know what it was, but every time I sat down to start stitching, either the phone would ring or it was Labor Day, so my husband was off work. He would come in and need me to help him with something, whatever, and I got very little done. Tuesday, I tried again because he went back to work. I tried to sit down and stitch it again, and this time it was the cats. Every time I started stitching, somebody needed love and ended up in my lap. And it was all 4 of them. It wasn't just Cheeto, it wasn't just Jelly, it was all 4 of them. They were just they were doing shift change. But anyway, yesterday I finally sat down and managed to finish it. Now, it is housed in my little veggie bag. Again, made by me. It is being stitched on a 16 count data. I dyed this myself. I tried to find some and I couldn't find any I liked, so I just dyed it myself. But here's the first piece, and the first piece is complete. I like it very much. So I've started that. Now, they gave us 2 weeks to do the first piece. Okay, I'm not sure what she just hacked up, but that was the dog. It's kind of terrifying, really. Even Jelly Bean stopped like, are you okay? That ain't normal. But anyway, she has given us 2 weeks to do that first piece. And then after that, she said it will be weekly, I think. So that first piece is complete. The next one I worked on, Hound, what are you doing? She's licking her foot because hounds. Well, hi. He says, Mama, that dog's ain't right. She doing weird stuff. The next one, you can get a clue what it is by the bag. Again, made by me. And it is my Baby Mario. This is one I am stitching as a Christmas gift for my daughter. It is Baby Mario with the stars. This one I worked on yesterday after I finished the skulls. And, you know, this is really, I gotta say, this is just a nice, easy, stress-free stitch. I finished the first page. And this is being done on a 14 count Aida. It is a printed fabric from Charles Craft, and it is Sunset. And it's just a pink and purple, which my daughter's room is decorated in shades of pink and purple, so it will match. But I have finished the first page of the pattern. You know, yesterday I managed to, I managed to do 594 stitches, and that put me at 28% complete. So I'm making progress on this one. I don't think it'll take me that long, hopefully. I'm fine with another finish, especially since it needs to be done by Christmas. Now, that's all my progress. That's all I've managed to work on. It took me a hot minute to finish the herbalist. That's what I worked on last week. Now, I do have acquisitions. I don't have a whole lot. I got some happy mail from Australia. My friend Lara from I Stitch Birds sent me some happy mail. And let me find it. Now, she sent me an envelope the other day, and in it, she included file this. She included gourmet dining. Perfect pitch. In sync, which is very cute. She knows I'm trying to do all of these. I have some, and you'll see them in my chart parade. So she sent me these to complement it. And then the next thing she sent me was a needle minder. Let me take it out of the plastic. Because glare. Hi, Bean. Don't knock things in the floor, please. Oh, Mama, you're so funny. But here it is, a little black witch's kitty on some books. I love it. I think it's adorable. It's my little Hecate. So she sent me those. Now the next things I got, I'd mentioned before that I used to be subscribed to Just Cross Stitch magazine, but there for a while they went on a run of just, I wasn't interested in stitching anything out of the magazines, and I had to pay extra for the Halloween edition, but not the Christmas ornament edition. What are you eating? What are you doing? Sorry. He is directly behind the camera. And he's trying to eat this. Because of course he is. Boy. But recently I've noticed, okay. He said, well, Mama's getting up. It's time to move along. You're going to start throwing things in the floor, aren't you? He says, maybe. Boy. So you're going to bite that. Why are you the way that you are? But anyway, so recently I've noticed that they have started putting more patterns to my taste in the magazine again, and they have started including the holiday or the Halloween edition with the subscription as well. So I went ahead and resubscribed. So I got the fall edition, and I actually like that pattern right there. He's nice. I like that one. But anyway, so this came. We're gonna throw things in the floor. Bean! He said, what? And here comes the hound. My life. Now the next thing I got, and this is something my husband and I, we were both at Barnes & Noble. We were picking up a book that I had ordered, and we decided to look around. Well, in the cross-stitch section, they had a special edition of the World of Cross-Stitching, and it came with the cross-stitch gold for birds, which I thought was cool. Then they also had the Margaret Sherry book of cross-stitch, which I thought was adorable. I like those little mice right there. Only problem was I couldn't decide which one I wanted, so my husband got them both for me. So I have 3 new books. And if you're interested in a flip through of any of those, let me know in the comments down below. I can certainly do that easily enough. And then the next thing I got was just a box of needle threaders, because I'm old and blind. Threading needles is not as easy as it used to be. And if there's one thing I hate, it's the old-fashioned needle threaders with the stupid little wire that always breaks. But I love these. So I got a whole box of them. But those are my acquisitions. What are you doing? My little brave boy saved my life. And now he wants down. He found a spider. Now, if you've been on my channel before, you know I have severe arachnophobia. I don't do spiders of any kind. So he saved my life for me. He's my hero. My little fuzzy knight in shining armor. But anyway, that's all I've got for cross stitch. So I figured we would start and do a chart parade. Now, this first section of charts that I have, and they're not in any particular order of like when I'm gonna stitch them or when I bought them or anything else. Again, anyone who's been here for a while knows that here we have our mystical, magical cup O projects. I get a new chart or a new project that I want to stitch. Put it on a slip of paper and throw it in the cup. And when I'm ready to start a new project, my husband picks a slip of paper out of the cup, and that determines what project I'm going to start. So there's no order in which I may or may not stitch these. But the first group I have are charts that I've already matched to fabric. I already have the fabric for them. So once he pulls them out of the cup, all I have to do is pull my floss from my main stash and I'm good to go. So now the first one we have is one that was given to me by Laura from My Stitch Birds, and it is the Octopus Biscornu, which I think is adorable. It's cute. I love it. And as you can see, I've already got the fabric for it. The next one is one that my husband picked out, and it is Happy Halloween. It is by Sarah Germani. It's an Italian pattern. I've already got the fabric picked out for it. The next one is By the Bay, and it is the 13th Colony Bay, part number 2. It's very cute. The next one is Plum Street Samplers, and it is Clementine, and that is so cute. I love it. The next one I have is by Bobby G Designs, and it's 50 cents a dozen. Now, as you know, since I raised chickens, I was all about this one. Now, I can tell you right now, we do not sell our eggs for 50 cents a dozen, trust me. The next one is the wedding chart that I want to do for my husband and me. It is by Ursula Michael from Imaginating. And it is beach themed because we had our first date on the beach. We met on the beach. Well, we actually met on a dating site, but our first date where we met face to face was at the beach. He proposed to me at the beach, and we actually got married on the beach. So I didn't even wear shoes. We're classy that way. The next one I got is by the Woolly You, and it is so cute. I love it. And this is just a small project, so it won't take that long. The next one is by Artist's Alley, and it is the Egyptian cat. My Hecate. She tells me all the time she's a little goddess. The next one is by Stitch in Needs, and it is the Fall Black Cat. I think it's so cute. Again, I like it. And the last one that is matched with fabric already is by Barbara Anna Designs, and it's Stitch or Die. My husband bought me this. But it is cute. You know, and I don't know what kind of nonsense this pirate's been through, but he looking rough. But those are the ones I have that are already matched with fabric. The rest of them I have not sat down and matched the fabric yet. My allergies are starting to kick in, and my throat is so dry. Oh, Jelly Bean is finally going to go to sleep. on the dog, but now this is the rest of them. We might be here a minute. The first one is by Little House Needleworks, and it is Pretty as a Peacock. Now, this is not, we're about to have an avalanche. We'll put them back up here. This is not one I personally would have chosen. I actually got this one in like a grab bag. I don't know if I'll stitch it or not, honestly, to be perfectly fair. I don't know. We'll wait and see. The next one I have is by the Prairie Schooler, and it is the little Halloween ornaments, and I will stitch every one of them. May not all be this year, but I will stitch them because I think they're adorable. The next one is the one I got from Yasmin's Made with Love in the Halloween box. It is the Gothic Bat. I will stitch that one. I love it. Now this was just a tiny little chart that was in my stitchy box for Botanical Gardens. It's Sarah's Flower. The next one also came in the stitchy box for Botanical Gardens, and it is the Quirky Quaker Snail, and it is so cute. I will definitely be stitching that one. And actually this one, I think I have fabric that I want to use for it. And then this one was also in that box, and it's by Bendy Stitchy, and it is Vase from Thrace, and I like it. I'll stitch it. This next one was some Stitchy Kindness from the Nightshade Needleworker, and it is by Ink Circles, and it is the Elemental Dragons Water. I like it, and I am going to stitch it. Now I just have to figure out my colors, because I will do it as a monochromatic. The next one, you know, I thought this was my one and only Mirabilia, but it turns out I have two Mirabilias. Who knew? This first one is Mirabilia's Halloween Fairy. It's gorgeous. I love it. And then the next one is Mirabilia's Gypsy Mermaid by Nora Corbett. And my husband actually picked that one. Him and his red-haired mermaids. This one is by Homespun Collectibles, and my husband chose it. Very cute. A little witch with a little ghost. Hold up. I think I have two of the same pattern. I do. I have two of these. Well, one of these will probably be in a giveaway eventually. Okay, moving on. The next one is Graveyard Goblins. And it's more of a sampler type, which is normally not my style, but that's cute. I like it. I'll stitch it. And that one is by the Nutmeg Needle. Then we have one that my husband actually picked out, and it is by Glendon Place. It is Poltergeist Pirates. And actually, I like this one too. I think it's cute. Very nice. Now, this next group is all Tilton Crafts. And these were gifts from my husband. Make sure that's all of them. I think so. Okay. The first one is Magic Books 2. I love it. As I mentioned before, all of us read a lot. And so this is perfect. Perfect. The next one is also Tilton Crafts, and it is Bone Chariot. It is based on artwork by Jasmine Beckett Griffith, one of my favorite artists. Or I should say she used to be one of my favorite artists. She started designing artwork for Disney, and I've yet to see any of it I like. Nothing against her. She's a talented artist. It's just, I don't know. Her style and Disney don't really mesh, if that makes sense, at least to me. The next one is Zombie. You know what? Maybe I should take these out of the plastic. There we go. Now, all of these were gifts from my husband. He apparently found my website and went to town. The next one is another one that is based on artwork from Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And it is Clockwork Valentine Masquerade. I love it. It's another one of her little fairies. I collect fairies. So, you see lots of fairies in my choices, that's why. Now the next one is based off of Alice in Wonderland, which I love Alice in Wonderland. I have a, well, you can't see it. I have a tattoo of the Cheshire Cat on my shoulder because he's awesome. And this is Psychedelic Wonderland 2. Now I'm looking forward to stitching that one. I like that one. Now, I don't want to start any more big ones for a while because I have enough big projects going right now. I'd like to finish some of those first. The next one is adorable. I love it. And it is Colorful Frogs. So cute. They kind of remind me of the little poison dart frogs, which I love. They're adorable. I always like it when I see at a zoo or someplace like that when they have an exhibit set up with the colorful little poison dart frogs, because they're cute. I'd actually like to set up an aquarium with some poison dart frogs. My husband won't let me. He doesn't trust me. I'm like, they can't be any more deadly than what I grow in my garden. But anyway, this next one he picked out. He wants me to stitch this one. And people, first time they saw it, they already said it creeped them out. The zombie doll. Because apparently it creeps them out that she has no eyeballs. Or it looks like she has no eyeballs. But he likes that one. The next one, and this is the last one from Tilton Crafts, I think, maybe. And I love it. And it is falling in the floor. It is Dark Academia 3. I love the Dark Academia. That is my aesthetic. So those are my patterns charts from Tilton Crafts. Now the next group I have also gifts from my husband. Are you seeing a trend? He kind of wants me to stitch all of the big projects. Not sure what I did to this man. Let me make sure. Yes, okay. Now this first one is actually one that I bought. And I love it. It is so colorful. And it is the Kokopelli Sampler by Artisy. I love Kokopellis. I love them. So I got that one. Now this next one is also Artisy. And it is Skull Island. Again, I love it. It's so cool. And then the next one is one my husband chose for me. And it is Cat in the Moonlight. And there they all went in the floor. I knew I couldn't get through it without things falling in the floor. But I love that one. And then the last Artisy I have is Magic Cat. And again, my husband chose it, but I love it. It's adorable. So I will definitely stitch it. The next one I have is from the Artsy Housewife. And it is Vicious. And considering what my cats do to my plants all of the time, this is perfect. I have one by Charting Creations, and it is a familiar cat. So cute. I love it. I have Goy Point de Croix from the summer collection, Flamingo Tropical, which I want to stitch for my daughter's room because her room is pink. And then from Little Dove Designs, I have Black Cats and Pumpkins. Very cute. Again, it's a sampler type, but I really like it. It's very colorful. Then I have... Oh, this is just DMC. And there's no picture, it's just a chart. And I'm not going to get in trouble by showing that. This next one is Stitchy Kindness from a friend in Florida. She sent this to me once she finished it. And it's from Jardin Privé. It is Sampler au Chat. And it's in my Stitchy cut. I will be stitching it. Because you know me and my cats. Then, from Imaginating, we have Carbo Kitty. We also have Garden Cat. And this would be Hecate. The only house plants I have left in my house are hanging plants. Because to her, a plant or a bouquet of flowers is the all-you-can-eat salad buffet. So, Then there's Window Pals. Now, one of these I'm going to change to orange, because originally when we got Hecate, we also got her brother Apollo, and he was a little orange tabby. Now, we lost him shortly before his 3rd birthday from a heart defect. So, but I am going to stitch one of these in orange. And the same thing with this one. One of them will be stitched in orange. But we have Play Pals. The next one, Silent Night. And I really need to start stitching these cat ones because they are just easy, small charts. I don't think they would take long at all. The next one I have is a Joan Elliott design, and it is Gargoyles, which I like. Very cute. I also have, by the Design Connection, Fruits of the Earth Sampler. And it comes with some beads. I have another one from Glendon Place, and it is Spellbound. Okay, you know, the glare. Some of them it seems it glares, and some of them it seems like it doesn't. There's no rhyme or reason. But here we go. I love it. It's very cute. The next two we have, one of them, and this is Tittles by Heritage Crafts, and it's Meals on Wheels. And then the next Tittles I have is Happy Crisp Mouse. And then from Erica Michaels, I have these. Just 2 cute little stitches. From Imaginating, I have the Salsa Garden. And since I make homemade salsa every year, this is perfect. From White Willow Stitching, I have a mermaid. Again, for my husband. Then from Cross Point Designs, I have Anna's Garden, which is very pretty with the hummingbirds. Especially since right now we've got all the hummingbirds. And we have a hummingbird feeder on our front porch and our back porch, and they are all over our yard. Our yard is full of hummingbirds, which is nice. We like it. The next thing I got from Pinoy Stitch was just a selection of floral bookmarks. And I honestly don't even know where this came from. I got by Jeanette Cruz Designs. It is Nautical Bathroom, and it has all of these. Now my bathroom is not decorated in a nautical style, but my bedroom is. And so my thoughts was I could just take some of the ships and things and make things for the bedroom. And then Madame Lafay is one of my favorite designers. I like hers. And I've got 4 of hers. The first one is a glare. Sorry. The first one is Grimoire. Which I like very much. The next one, sorry, is stuck and doesn't want to come out. Why? The next one is Magic Potion. Again, I love it. Then we have we have Herbs and Spices, which I love. And then the fourth one is Nonsense of Cats. Again, I love it. The next one I have is from Redbird Designs, and it's 5 o'clock in Texas. Now the last 2 that I have are both from Starlight Stitchery, and they are from Stitchy boxes. The first one was from the Haunted House Stitch box from last year. My husband had gotten it for me for Halloween, and I can't really show you a picture, but it's from the Haunted House Stitch box. And it doesn't have pictures of their charts. Oh, here we go. I guess I can show you that page. Now, there were charts done by, let's see, Bendy Stitchy Designs, Cobweb and Rose, Vine Frog Stitching, Foxglove and Crow, Mama Witch Cross Stitch, Noctiflora Designs, Tuscan Cardinal, The Witchy Stitcher, and then World on a String by Dara. And each of them designed like a room of the haunted house. And once you stitch them all, it makes the haunted house. So I have that. And then of course, you know, that box came with a big, huge piece of fabric to go with it that I'll probably use to stitch this. And then the next one I have is from the Fairy Tales box from Starlight Stitchery. I loved this box. I love that box too, but I love this box too. And this one, again, it's various designers. You've got The Briar by Sprouting Lupin. You got Red Riding Hood by the Witchy Stitcher. You've got The Little Sea Maid by Lola Crow. You've got Snow, Glass, and Apples by Foxglove and Crow. You've got What Big Eyes You Have by the Urban Stitcher, which is a blackwork design. You've got The Three Little Pigs by Cobweb and Rose. You've got To Love a Beast by World on a String by Dara. You've got Mirror Mirror by Fine Frog Stitching. You have The Singing Bone by Stitch Sprout. And then you have The Rose Elf by Noctiflora Designs. And I did a video unboxing this box. So if you wanted to see what everything is in it, just I can link it down below. But those are all my printed charts. That being said, I have an entire flash drive of PDF charts. That one would that's a video that would take a hot minute. Now, if you want to see it, let me know down below in the comments. I'll be glad to do a PDF parade from my flash drive. But those are all of my printed charts waiting for me to stitch them. I honestly didn't realize I had 2 of these. I really didn't. So I guess I will hold on to this for a giveaway. Maybe in the future. You know what? Maybe I'll do a Halloween giveaway. I don't know. I'll think on it. We'll see. But those are all my charts, my printed charts. As you can see, I'm going to have to live to be 200. And I need to learn to stitch faster. But that's what I've got going. Like I said, I'm really starting to fully finish these projects that I've stitched that haven't been finished yet. Particularly the ornaments, because we're getting up on October when I'm going to want to hang those Halloween ornaments on the Halloween tree. So yeah, and I'm going to want to use the bigger ones to decorate around the house. But once I get my new hot glue gun, since I have no clue what my husband did with my old one, because husbands. But once I get my new hot glue gun, then I can finishing the ornaments. But there you have it. That's a good portion of what's in my magical stitchy cup. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But that's all that's going on here. I am going to clean this mess up that I just made and put all these charts away, get this video edited and posted, and then I will probably stitch some more. You know what? After cleaning all of this up and the stuff that Jelly Bean threw on the floor, this might be a pick-up dinner kind of night. We'll see. But anyway, that's it for my chart parade. Again, let me know down below if you want to see a flip through of any of those books that I got. If you want to see a PDF chart parade, just let me know down below. I'll be glad to do both, either or, none, whichever. But until that time, it is Thursday. I do want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers. And if you saw something you like here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, ring the little notification bell, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff on YouTube. And I'll see you next time. Have an amazing weekend.